Hello students, welcome to the class. Types of advertising, lesson 15, surrogate advertising. Objectives. Surrogate advertising, functions of surrogate advertising, limitations of surrogate advertising, understanding the legal aspects of surrogate advertising. Advertising has been one of the most popular and effective ways of building brands for several decades. Being one of the key marketing pillars, it allows brands to reach out to their audiences directly and ask them to purchase their products or services. However, there are instances where advertising cannot be 100% direct. Depending on the country you live in, you may not be allowed to promote the sale of certain products directly. From tobacco to alcohol, companies manufacturing and selling several products are restricted by the government to put out ads asking the target audience to make purchases. However, while direct advertising of such products is not allowed, the sale of these products is legal. Considering this, brands choose the middle way out to maintain their image in the market without violating any regulations. Alcohol, cigarettes and tobacco should never be advertised, and consumption of these things is directly responsible for cancer and other severe health issues. These advertisements are already banned and are not permitted on Doordarshan in our country, at least as on date, and also in Norway, Thailand, Finland and Singapore. However, an alarming trend these days is in India, the consumption of these are on the rise. Liquor companies are coming up with mineral water or sodas in their advertisements under the same brand name. These ads are called surrogate advertisements and are totally unethical because under the garb of water, soda, they are actually promoting alcohol. Let us understand what surrogacy means and familiarize ourselves with some of the terms associated with it. The word surrogate is derived from the Latin word subrogare, which means appointed to or act in place of, or in other words, a substitute. An advertisement that duplicates the brand image of one product to promote another product of the same brand is surrogate advertising. Surrogate advertising. Surrogate advertising is the process of using a brand's name, logo and essence to sell a product service it is not popularly known for in simple words. It involves brands promoting legally admissible products or services instead of the ones that are not. Surrogate advertising is also known as indirect advertising or trademark diversification. In India, surrogate advertisements are common and used across several media platforms. You must have seen liquor brands using their brand names and logos to promote products. While the target audience knows a particular brand's niche, surrogate advertising helps you get your message across in a subtle and legal way. Surrogate advertising is often used by companies whose products cannot be marketed directly. From liquor to tobacco related products, several brands have embraced this form of advertising to spread their word and uphold their image in the industry. Alcohol related surrogate ads. While the sale of liquor is legal in India, The government does not allow brands to promote alcohol related products through advertisement. This is what allows them to create alcohol related surrogate ads. As direct advertising of liquor is not restricted in all countries, liquor brands entering India have no option but to create alcohol related surrogate ads to reach their audiences. From premium single malts to beers, every alcoholic beverage needs creative surrogate advertising to let people know about its existence. These ads promote items that are related to or in a completely different league than alcohol. Tobacco related surrogate ads. The tobacco industry is another major sector heavily producing surrogate ads. Tobacco related surrogate ads involve brands promoting products like mouth fresheners, cardamom, etc., instead of their core line of products. Some of the biggest tobacco companies in the country use surrogate advertising to promote their products without violating the government's regulations. Being a financially affluent industry, it is also known to rope in some of the biggest celebrities to star in such tobacco related surrogate ads. Product placement in movies. In India, cinema is no less than a religion. Every weekend, people flock to a plethora of theatres across the country to witness their favorite stars and enjoy entertaining movies. Considering the immense popularity of this medium, several brands go for product placements in movies as a means of surrogate advertising. Here, the products of specific brands with their logos clearly visible appear in critical scenes in movies. In most cases, the actors are seen using the products to drive the advertising message home. Brand promotion without violating regulations. If you deal in products or services whose direct marketing is prohibited by the government, surrogate advertising helps you spread your word without violating government regulations. It allows you to operate within the framework of existing laws and reach your target audience in a discreet manner, increasing your brand's recall value. Even if a brand is popular, it needs enough recall value to stay relevant in the market, especially in domains like the liquor and tobacco industries. Cutthroat competition requires brands to stay in their customers' minds all the time. Surrogate advertising helps you increase your brand's recall value by creating ads that solidify its image in your customers' heads. At the end of the day, it is all about getting into your audience's psyche and staying there for a long period of time. Brand extension. Launching new products with a common brand name is known as brand extensions and is not per se illegal or objectionable in nature. Brand extension is what brands use in order to create surrogates to undertake surrogate marketing. Simply put, brand extensions are nothing but products which bear the same brand name but belong to different product categories. The problem arises when a brand extension is carried out in response to a ban on advertisement of one product category. This helps them in maintaining the visibility of the brand, which adds to brand recall, recognition, salience, and even loyalty for the regulated product. Scope for creativity. Some of the most unique ideas emerge from restrictions. When you are restricted in creating ads for your products, you are forced to work your way around the restrictions in an innovative way. This leads to the creation of some of the most memorable ads in the history of advertising. It is impossible to forget the Imperial Blue ads revolving around the theme of men will be men. When you are restricted to spreading brand awareness through surrogate ads, you can let your ideas flow and prove that creativity knows no bounds. Expanding your portfolio. While the focus of most surrogate ads is to promote products that are not displayed in the ads, they can actually help you open a new line of products. Let us say you own a liquor brand and produce ads about your brand's glasses. If the ads do well and the branded glasses find enough buyers, you can expand your portfolio by selling glasses. This can also help you expand your customer base by reaching individuals who did not belong to your target audience earlier. Conveying ethics. Surrogate advertising can also be a means to convey your brand's essence without promoting products that are potentially harmful to the target audience. Most liquor and tobacco brands are accused of being amoral and unethical in their approaches. Surrogate ads allow such a company to put its tender side on display and convey the ethics and core values it believes in. This helps you win over new customers and leverage the loyalty of the existing ones. Having a competitive advantage. If you are operating in a highly competitive industry, surrogate advertising gives you an edge over your competitors. Creating a surrogate ads requires high creativity and multiple skills not everyone possesses. If you succeed in producing an ad capable of making its mark, you can enjoy a competitive advantage over all players in the market. Strategies to implement surrogate advertising. Surrogate advertising can get really tricky and challenging if you do not know how to package your marketing message in a harmless and subtle ad. It requires seamless collaboration with expert advertisers. There are 5 major strategies followed by brands across the country in implementing surrogate advertising into their marketing campaigns. Promotion by extension. This is the most common surrogate advertising strategy used by brands to promote their brands. As the name suggests, this involves extending a company's umbrella of products by adding items that can be promoted through ads. For example, liquor brands promote items like glasses and soda cans after adding them to their portfolios. This strategy allows your brand name to appear in all your ads, creating its recall value for your customers. Promotion by association. This is the subtle strategy of using oral, visual, or thematic cues that help the audience associate the concerned ad with the product that cannot be advertised. From colors and themes to popular jingles, brands incorporate elements that viewers think of nothing else but the products sold by them. Here, a brand's aim is to evoke feelings and memories related to consuming the products it sells. Many brands also use celebrities to get their messages across in a subtle but effective way. Promotion through television commercials. Almost every brand using surrogate advertising creates engaging television commercials to promote itself. Brands choose to create innovative and quirky ads with high production value to grab the viewer's attention. Here as well, they may use celebrities representing the essence of the products being sold. As companies cannot endorse their flagship products, they are forced to create aesthetic and innovative ads to create their brand's recall value. Promotion through sponsorships and events. Here, a brand's goal is to promote itself by sponsoring events, having their banners put up at events, setting up kiosks, selling their products, and more. This is the on-ground surrogate advertising strategy focused on creating high brand visibility and recall value. You must have seen liquor brands organizing concerts and music events. As such events, the brand's name gets so integrated with the events that it stays in the minds of the attendees. Promotion through PSAs. This is a surrogate advertising strategy where brands associate them with specific social causes and issue public service announcements PSAs in their names. It is often a tool to show a brand as being socially responsible and ethical without directly promoting its products or services. While there is no mention of a brand's products, an impactful PSA imprints its name in the audience's mind for a long time. There are several disadvantages of surrogate advertising, including deceptive. It promotes a brand or product that is not the intended target of the advertisement. This can mislead consumers and make them associate the brand with the wrong product. Undermines public health. Advertising products such as tobacco and alcohol through surrogate advertising can contribute to the prevalence of health problems such as addiction and related health issues. Exploitation. Surrogate advertising can exploit legal loopholes to promote products that are prohibited or restricted from advertising directly. This can be seen as an attempt to bypass regulations and manipulate consumers. Negative impact on society. Surrogate advertising can have a negative impact on society by promoting unhealthy habits or behaviors. This can contribute to social issues such as addiction, obesity, and related health problems. Lack of transparency. Surrogate advertising can lack transparency because it is not always clear that the advertisement is promoting a brand or product that is not the intended target. This can make it difficult for consumers to make informed decisions about the products they are buying. Measuring. Surrogate advertising is not limited to creating and publishing broadcasting ads, selling products other than the ones a brand is known for. It also involves measuring the success of these ads and analyzing their impact on the target audience. Every brand has a unique set of features for surrogate ads that help marketers quantify the effectiveness of a campaign. Surrogate advertising analytics also help brands make necessary changes to their campaigns and alter specific aspects to create more impactful ads. Advertisements have a strong influence in the minds of consumers, especially in this era of new age technology. Banning direct advertisements about liquor and tobacco was a step ahead by the government to curb the influence of such advertisements on the public and effectively diminish the ill effects of these products in general. Surrogate advertising is a tricky business and requires you to walk on a thin line of legal regulations. It demands brands to promote themselves without giving any hint about the products they cannot advertise directly. If you end up violating these regulations, your company will face dire circumstances. Surrogate advertising came into India in the mid-90s after the Cable Television Networks Regulation Act 1995, read with Cable Television Rules 1994 came into force, which banned direct liquor, tobacco and cigarette advertisements. Before that, the Cigarettes Regulation of Production, Supply and Distribution Act 1975, Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act COTPA 2003 made it mandatory to display a statutory health warning on all packages and advertisements of cigarettes. COTPA prevents companies from directly or indirectly promoting tobacco products on any media platform. The same holds true for alcoholic beverages. Moreover, no such promotions are allowed to be broadcast on television. While social media platforms enjoy some leniency, no direct advertising of tobacco or alcohol related products is allowed on national television. Ever since advertising of tobacco and liquor products have been banned on mass media, these companies have resorted to surrogate advertising tactics to keep their brands alive in the minds of consumers. The most important function of a surrogate advertisement is that of brand recall. A surrogate advertisement advertises other market commodities without alluding to tobacco or liquor, but under the same brand. Surrogate advertising is when an advertisement has the logo or brand of another company advertised within it. Therefore, surrogate advertisements by these liquor and tobacco companies defeat the very purpose of this ban. While the legal guidelines are clear, brands often struggle with determining the extent of an ad directly or indirectly promoting such products. Regulatory bodies like the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting (MIB) and the Advertising Standards Council of India (ASCI) are responsible for ensuring compliance and monitoring surrogate ads of all brands as they appear on media platforms. The clause states, provided that using a brand name or company name that is also used for goods, products or services whose advertising is restricted or prohibited will not be considered a surrogate or indirect advertisement if the advertisement is not otherwise objectionable as per the provisions provided in the guidelines. With this loophole in the government notification, if a brand sells cigarette, it can use the same brand name to advertise an airline or clothing range without meeting any criteria. Surrogate advertising is all around us, with brands creating ads for all media platforms. From YouTube ads to ads featured on national television, there are countless surrogate advertising examples to study and learn from. Here are 5 of the most popular examples of surrogate advertising campaigns created by prominent brands. Kingfisher. When it comes to surrogate advertising, the first brand name that comes to mind is Kingfisher. Known for its beers across India and abroad, the company has often advertised its airlines, mineral water bottles, and other ventures across multiple platforms. It has also given us its immensely popular jingle that has kept the brand in our heads for several years. Kingfisher also sponsors several events and concerts to have its logo featured at its venues, posters, hoarding, and across several platforms. Bagpiper, a popular Indian whiskey brand, Bagpiper is known for its surrogate ads selling soda. The iconic tagline, Kubha Mega Rang Jab Mile Baithenge Teen Yaar, has stayed with Indians for several years. Without mentioning or showing its core product, Bagpiper managed to create a recall value for its brand through multiple television commercials. It also roped in a celebrity like Ajay Devgan to drive its message far and wide. Imperial Blue. If there is any brand that made the most of surrogate advertising, it is Imperial Blue. Another popular whiskey brand in India, Imperial Blue's ads. For almost 2 decades, the brand has been creating quirky video ads revolving around the theme of men will be men. These ads have found their niche and showcased top-notch advertising skills through a campaign that reached every Indian household. McDowell's. Yet another Indian whiskey brand, McDowell's, has been pulling off an effective surrogate advertising campaign with its video ads and a jingle focusing on number 1 Yari, showcasing different facets of friendships. These ads promote McDowell's soda. Interestingly, the brand soda bottles have been doing equally well in the market along with the flagship product. Royal Challenge. If you are a Royal Challengers Bangalore fan, you have unknowingly been a part of a masterfully crafted surrogate advertising campaign. Royal Challenge Whiskey often sells its sports drink through video ads featuring some of India's most popular crickets. After giving its name to an IPL team, the name Royal Challenge has become etched in every Indian's memory forever. The use of surrogate advertising can raise ethical concerns because it can be seen as an attempt to bypass legal restrictions on advertising certain products. Critics argue that it is a deceptive practice because it can mislead consumers by promoting a brand or product that is not the intended target of the advertisement. Another ethical concern with surrogate advertising is that it can undermine public health efforts. For example, advertising alcoholic beverages through surrogate advertising can increase brand awareness and promote a drinking culture which could contribute to the prevalence of alcoholism and related health problems. Moreover, surrogate advertising can also be seen as an attempt to manipulate consumers by using subtle marketing techniques that exploit loopholes in advertising regulations. This can be seen as a breach of consumer trust and ethical concerns. Surrogate advertisements are not only misleading but also false and dishonest in many cases. This method is used by the corporates because the legislations that are in place of now perform only a half-hearted job in controlling these menace. Some of the measures that can be taken up are making transparent laws, banning surrogate advertisements for different products under a single brand name by amending the Trademarks Act, providing more powers to ASCII, and keep a close vigil over clever evasion of the law instead of just issuing notices and making the guilty medium issue apology scrawls and advertisement.